Hi, I'm Wes Allen with DM Tales. This week it's muggy, my vacation is over, and I had to mow the lawn, which is one of my least favorite things to do. On the other hand, I've had some good coffee and the house is relatively quiet. But between the weed pollen-induced allergy fog and the stimulation of the most wonderful bean, my brain is on the fritz. These are some random TTRPG thoughts. Let's roll it. Before we begin, I'd like to shout out everyone who has liked, commented, and shared any of the videos I post on this channel. The algorithm is just not kind to smaller channels like mine, so it helps a lot. And if you'd consider doing those things for this video, I'd be most grateful. Also, if you want to keep up with DM Tales, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to know when I post new content to the channel. I also have a special shout out for my coffee contributors who give direct support to this channel out of the kindness of their hearts. If you'd like to become a channel member, the link, well, that's right over there. And finally, if you're looking for some fun shirts to wear, check out my new DM Tales merch store, which should have better turnaround times than the old shop, and has fun designs like this one declaring that you do not have a dice curse. You change worlds. And with all that out of the way, let's get back to the randomness. I spent the better part of a day inputting all the player-focused data for Monty Python's co-curricular medieval reenactment program into an early module for Foundry VTT. This meant creating every accoutrement, retainer, and spiffing serious ability as objects in Foundry. That wasn't hard, but it was time-consuming. All this is so people would have an easier way to roll the funny dice. Dreams and Machines is a masterclass in world building, and I do like the 2D20 system. I am wondering if the pronounced non-lethality undermines the dangerous world Modiphius created. But I think I need to play it to find out, and I'm looking forward to doing that. I do, however, want to see some novels set in this world because the setting is that good. Here are two truths. First, there are so many cool games out there. And second, I do not have enough money to get all of them. I also don't have the shelf space for all of them, but really, that's a problem I can overcome. The money thing, not so much so. I can't say how pleased I am for Shadowdark creator Kelsey Dion. She is one of the most kind and genuine people I've met in a hobby, which has a lot of kind and genuine people. And when Roll for Combat added Shadowdark as the third system they support for their books, I was excited for her. When Professor Dungeon Master then announced that Deathbringer was going to be made to work with Shadowdark, I was psyched. Kelsey got to make something that has captured people's interest, and I can't think of a person I'd be more glad for that to happen to. Really well done, Kelsey. Congratulations. I recorded a version of this before, but I'm going to change it up a little bit. All the folks who come to the channel and will occasionally send the "don't put politics in my game" all seem to have the same political ideology, which makes me think that it's not about politics in the game as much as it is about not wanting to face any questions about their own ideology. Just a thought. Cypher is evolving. I'm actually kind of excited for the updates coming to the system, which will now be just called Cypher. This is the first edition change I've been through for a game for which I've got some emotional attachment. I need some advice, though. At what point should I start complaining about Cipher System being ruined and declaring my allegiance to true Cipher System? I mean, if I'm going to live through the process, I just want to get the full experience. I'm inviting you to join me and some friends at Brewery 33 on August 24th from 5 to 8 p.m. for an open adventure. We'll have 2 tables going, Vassin and Monty Python's co-curricular reenactment program, which I'm going to try to run. It's first come, first play, so make sure you get there early. It is in Riverton, New Jersey, and I even picked up an extra set of the Monty Python dice for the occasion. I'm really excited to try this. If you go Here, at least when I wrote this, you can get the full PDF of Monty Python's co-curricular reenactment program. I mean, that's quite a gift. I have to hand it to Monty Games. They have handled the rollout of their Cypher Evolved announcement really well. They made sure third-party creators and media outlets like mine had a heads up on the upcoming changes. They've written design diaries about the changes and why they have been implemented, and they've been responsive to their community's questions as these announcements roll out. They've also assured people that their already purchased books are largely compatible. The biggest change is how NPCs and monsters inflict damage. I am rather interested to see what the rest of the largely is. Kind of exciting. I am reading Tabletop Therapy at present, and I have to say it's fantastic. Its opening section is so helpful for understanding the dynamics of what goes on around the table during a session and gives an overview of some of the psychological factors at play. Now, I am reading this book for the marginal connection chaplaincy has with therapy, and it's been most helpful. At the same time, I'm also feeling the need to be very careful with whatever lessons I draw from this book. I am not a licensed therapist, and I can imagine that people who read this and try to engage in unlicensed therapy can do some harm. That's something I want to avoid. Coming up on the channel, I'm going to begin writing my Voices of the Datasphere review for Numenera, and as I said, I am also drawing near to the end of my read-through of Dreams and Machines, so expect that review coming sometime soon. After that, I'll be looking at Ironbound by Dave Ward, and then Star Trek Adventures, the second edition. I've also got an actual play scheduled for August 11th with a great crew. We'll be playing Monty Python's co-curricular reenactment program with the game's lead designer, Brian Saliba, serving as our head of light entertainment. That fun will begin at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. It should be a blast. Until we see each other again, folks, happy playing, everyone.